Hi, so this video is going to be Make a Plan Monday. I want to share a couple tools that I use to keep myself organized so that I can get all of the jobs that I have to get done and I can be aware or cognizant of the different responsibilities I have, but also try to get work done without getting overwhelmed. The concern that I have for a lot of students right now is that you are just coming back from a whole bunch of months with a lot of I don't want to say unsupervised time, but unstructured time. And so now all of a sudden when you're back in school, you're being told that you have to be on these Zooms at these times, and your sleep schedule may be completely off or altered and may not even adjust well with the academic expectations that we have. And so I want to be able to give you some tips and some tricks so that you can get yourself organized and feel like you are being successful in all of the different things that you need to do. So one example of a planner, I guess, if you will. Now this right here is going to look very different for students. I mean, obviously for me in the teacher, this classroom, I have a lot different expectations. But here's what I did. I put down each day of the week and I blocked down an hour chunk of time. So I know that there's going to be a time that I want to make sure no matter what, I have an expectation that all of my assignments and my videos are uploaded and put into the learning management system that we're using. And so that has to be done first thing. Like I'm doing it over the weekend. I don't have the weekend on this particular planner, but I also know that there are certain times throughout the week that I have to be on a Zoom call with students. I am working on creating a system for my students to know that if I am on a Zoom call and they need to talk to me during that time, or they need, they have an emergency and they need to figure out some kind of an answer to a question, that they can either email me, call me on my school phone, or can send me a text on my cell phone. You might be somebody who likes to have a paper calendar like this so that you can see all of the different days and different things that you have to get done. So making a plan is taking a look and they're like, okay, I have to be here on this day, and kind of structure your week that way. Now this particular planner that I have has, it has by the month, it also has by the week. So if you went to the dollar store and saw one of these there and you're like, ooh, I want one of those, but I can't make one, you can always do paper pencil. If you need paper pencil, let me know and I can get that organized or somehow figured out a way to get to you so that you can structure yourself the way that you want to. Now another thing that you can do is to have a tracking sheet where you put down each hour or each half hour if you wanted to, and you can, if you are computer savvy, you can create a Google sheet, or you can do any kind of creating a table if you want to, and plugging in, okay, these are the hours I'm going to sleep. These are the hours I'm going to be doing math. These are the hours I'm going to do, like, kind of building out your schedule the way you want to. Now, for right now, I teach 7th grade science, and so most of the kids that would watch this video are going to be in 7th grade science. If, let's say, science was a hard subject for you, and you know that your Zoom, let's just say, for example, you're in my first hour class, okay? So you know that you have to Zoom with me Monday mornings from 9 to 10. If science overall as a concept is something that is really hard for you, here's what I would suggest. You build in your exercise, or you build in your recess, if you will, first thing in the morning, okay? So that your brain chemically is getting ready for that hard content, okay? You will be able to remember better and easier if your brain is pumped up and ready. The neurons and the dendrites, they're going to be like, ooh, we're ready. We're making connections. We want to be able to figure all this out. So that chemically will happen. You might have, let's say, for example, Thursday, for third hour, you have another Zoom at 9 o'clock. And let's say that's your easiest subject. And you're like, you know what? I can chill. I can, maybe play my guitar or shoot some hoops or do something kind of a little bit more relaxing before that, because you know that, like, hey, it's not going to be a high stress situation for me. I was telling some of my students today that the really cool thing about us having a virtual schedule is that you can take a look and you can build your schedule backwards. So you can build it based on what you need, what you want. Like, you could do all of your week's lessons of science in one day if you're just like, you know what, I'm digging this science and I'm loving it and I just want to power through. Or you may take a look at a lesson or assignment that you have in English language arts, and you may say, you know what, this is going to take me several days of kind of chunking it out. And if it's taking a lot of mental energy or effort, you might want to chunk it out, do a little bit each day. But the really cool thing is, and I keep on saying this, is that you can build your schedule to meet your needs. So make a plan Monday. What's your plan?